episode of TED Talk review. Today, our review topic is Start Learning, Stop Teaching by Professor Dr. Lava, who is a professor of mechanical engineering at California State University, Long Beach. Challenges traditional educational models. The central theme is Stop teaching, start learning. He argues that the focus in education should move away from teachers being the main delivers of knowledge towards student becoming active learner, engaging with content and contributing their own growth. From the start, he set the tone. The world is changing. Information is abundant, and the old teacher's lecturer's model is no longer sufficient for preparing students for the dynamic world ahead. The key insights of this talk: number one, shift from teaching to learning. The idea here is that teaching, as in the teacher dispensing knowledge, is being challenged by the notion of learning. Student engagement, inquiry creation. Dr. Lava emphasizes that students should take on leadership of their learning, not passively receive. The second point is role of technology and information accessibility. Given that information is easily accessible, internet, mobile devices, the role of traditional lecturing diminishes somewhat. What matters is not what information is delivered, but how student processes, apply and create with it. Third point is student engagement and agency. Dr. Lava highlighted that when students have more control in how they learn, what they learn, and when they learn, they tend to be more motivated, curious, and capable of deeper understanding. Number four, project based and experimental learning. One of the concrete method discussed, giving students actual problems, letting them explore, fail, irritate, collaborate rather than just through lectures. This fosters skills like critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and adaptability. Learning for the future. The emphasis is on preparing students not just for exams or rote knowledge, but for future where learning will continue long time. And the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn with critical thinking. Dr. Lava frames education as the continuous journey rather than distinction. The strength of the talk is point one, relevance. The topic is very timely with rapid technological change. Many educators and institutions are questioning whether traditional teaching models suffice. Number two, practical orientation. Dr. Lava offers more than theory. He talks about how to redesign courses, labs, student roles, use of technology, etc. Number four, inspiring for educators, students, administrators. The talk offers a fresh way of looking at their role and potential transformation. Number four, accessible. He uses relatable language and examples, which helps in bridging from abstract educational theory to concrete classroom or lab practice. And on the other hand, the weakness of the talk is while The talk provides a compelling version. The practical constraints in many institutions may make full implementation difficult. The talk might learn toward setting where there is some flexibility. Replicating such approaches in settings with fewer resources may pose additional challenges. While student agency is emphasized, the role of the teachers still remains critical, guiding, monitoring, enabling, etc. The shift requires training, mindset change, institutional support. These realities are less fleshed out. Changing how learning happens is one thing, but many institutions are still locked into assessment system focused on memorization standards, testing or grades. The talk may could have delved deeper into how assessment need to shift in tandem and why this matters. A big question. As someone involved in learning, either as a student, teacher, or manager, it prompts reflections. Are we assuming students are passive absent? Could we redesign for more engagement, agency, creativity? For the future workforce, the ability to learn is perhaps more important than knowing a fixed set of facts. Dr. Lava talks align with this shift, emphasizing adaptability, lifelong learning. In the context of our rapidly changing world, emerging technologies, shifting jobs demands, global changes, how we educate matters deeply, not only for individual success, but for societal development and innovation. The key points of the talk is move from purely lecture based to active project based collaborative student driven learning. Allow them to choose topic, methods, pace, or way of demonstrating their learning. Use authentic problems, interdisciplinary project, and opportunities for students to create rather than consume. Use technology not just to deliver content, but to enable exploration, feedback, collaboration, and creation. Encourages students to ask, how will I continue to learn after this course? What skills will I need to adapt to change? Teachers become facilitators, mentors, designers of learning experiences, not just lectures. Changed our institutional sports and culture change. If we want creativity, critical thinking, agency, then assessment need to reflect that. Less multiple choice, review, reflections, portfolios, peers. The final reflection and recommendation given in this TED talk. If you are an educator, learner, curriculum designer, or simply interested in how education is evolving, this talk by Dr. both inspiring version and practical stating points. It challenges us to rethink the default teaching or transmission of knowledge. Instead, it invites learning as dynamic student, centered in interactive and meaningful. However, it is not a plug and play solution. Adopting its ideas requires thoughtful change, institutional will, resources, and perhaps a shift in mindset. The biggest hurdle often is it the idea, but the transformation of practice and structure. The future of education may include depend environments that think and more on environment actively, deeply creativity. The sooner we embrace the dead shift, the better prepared learners will be for the uncertain, fast changing world ahead. Thank you for watching another review TED Talk.